I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this.
Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Gardner Minshew and the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerge from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Number 27, Leonard Fournette, the ball carrier.
The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. 16 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
Check 55, Mike. Ready? Mike, 55.
2nd and 5 now. Minshew. They're connecting here with DJ Shark. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Minshew. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 25 yards that time. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tyler Eifert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense set to go to work, and once again at the helm, their longtime starter, that's Ben Roethlisberger.
And for Ben Roethlisberger, there are a lot of question marks coming into this year because he missed nearly all 2019 with an elbow injury. And if he were younger, maybe not as many questions. But he turned 38 back in March. And now the Pittsburgh Steelers expect to see the old Ben Roethlisberger, who's thrown for over 56,000 yards in his career, leading their team.
2 yards on the
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Roethlisberger going to get this one to Connor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And they show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. On the counter, it's Connor. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
Joe Schobert.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
47 yards.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that one complete to Wendell Smallwood. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
For DJ Chark.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Fournette. That's good.
Solid carry there by Leonard Fournette. And last year, he achieved his career high in rushing yards with nearly 1,200. Ranked 4th in the AFC, 7th in the NFL. Loves to carry the football and gets stronger as the game goes on.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
39-yard line.
And yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Good. Makes the score Jaguars 10. Steelers nothing.
So you're a boxing guy. How do you score that on your boxing card? A very long drive, but 3 points.
And I really want to do my boxing analyst voice right here, but I'm going to keep it normal for us, right? I call it a draw. That type of a drive has to feel good, right? You take it all the way downfield, you control the ball, control the clock. But they only got 3 points out of it. So defensively, it could have been worse, right? So I give it a draw.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington.
Roethlisberger's pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
James Washington. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
He steps out of
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And out across midfield, down to the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
24-yard gain on the play.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A run by Connor on 1st down, and a good one, as he'll get about 7 here.
Steeler ball carrier.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he gets it down to the 32.
A A gain of
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now it's Roethlisberger. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Jags grab it, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
For D.D. Westbrook. Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This one out quickly to Westbrook. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
For the Jaguars.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 39-yard line.
Here's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. DJ Chark, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Fournette running out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And they'll run with a man signed away from Washington. It's Chris Thompson. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
38-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now Thompson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
19-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Thompson, and all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Minshew sets to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville.
Steelers, nothing. Josh Lambo to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. LaVisca Chenault, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here again comes Juju Smith-Schuster and the Steelers. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
The silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get in the ball. We'll see if they can do it. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Pass.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Roethlisberger throwing complete to McDonald. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off play action, it's Minshew. That one complete. He finds Shark. Touchdown, Jaguars! DJ Chark. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Jaguars are pouring it on.
For the point after.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Josh Lambo to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow, and this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On first down, Thompson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Minshew. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Lambo will put this one through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it.
Recovered by the Steelers.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, and it's the Ravens who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Lamar Jackson has a touchdown pass. From there, we'll stay in the AFC North and head over to Cleveland to check on the Browns. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Rashard Higgins, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check on the Saints at home at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. And that one all tied as they host the visiting Falcons. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jackson.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him.
Johnson, it's poke free. Football's out. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he'll throw right away. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Minshew, connection made with Chenault. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Here's Minshew. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
32-yard line.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
They'll run on first down. Thompson. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Again, a run with Thompson. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
Number 34. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Being chased out left. Good work by Minshew there to pick up the first.
That's good.
Well, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Intercepted by the Steelers.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He gets this one to Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Complete, it's Johnson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. 4 yards. To throw again is Roethlisberger. His pass caught at the 4. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to at least knock the deficit down a bit. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point put through by Boswell. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The tackle made by...
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. He's at the 30.
Have some of this.
10.
Have some of this.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Pass interference. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Lambo on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
Josh Lambo to kick
And
off.
Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Brings up 4th down.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Now this offense led by D.D. Westbrook trotting back onto the field. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Check 55. Here we go. Check 43.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, get the weight. Mark 55. Mark 55. Yo, go. Play. Watch 55.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And that will be incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Switzer. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Hey, check back 47. Check back 47.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. And he coughed it up. And the Jags grab it. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. On 1st down, it's Thompson. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Steelers' 14-yard line.
I got you. 55.
They go with Thompson again, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Going with Armstead, a 1st down carry. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
A loss of 2.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
Back at the 17.
Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. The open man is Westbrook. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Now it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
First down.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Come on, man.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 14 yards there on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down. On third down, Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Connor. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away.
And here comes Westbrook.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Now this will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Check my 47. Hey, keep it up.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Come on, dog.
So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Now this throw complete to Washington. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And the Steeler first down.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Pass complete to Eric.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Eric Ebron.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And
The defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jaguars, they keep pace.